Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how I do my everyday makeup. So if you want to go for this look, I hope you keep watching and hope we do this together. This is my first time doing a makeup tutorial, so I hope you enjoy it and I'll see you soon. Just disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist. I love makeup, I've loved it all my life, but I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a mom and an interpreter, and I just feel like for me, if I start the day with my hair done and makeup and whatever it is that makes me feel good, I have a better day, like a better chance at a better day. So what I like to do is I just take the time in the morning, even if it's chaotic and I've got the kids I'm dropping off at school and Gary's like leaving early in the morning, all that stuff's going on, still I take the time for myself to have a cup of coffee and to watch a little news or listen to some music or talk to my girlfriends on Glide while I'm doing my makeup, and it's just a good start to my day. So I'm going to show you my usual that I do every day. So I'm starting with a fresh face, and I'm just going to show you my steps of what I do. Take some if you want, throw some out if you want, whatever's your thing. I was going to sign during this videotape, but I'm just like overwhelmed. It's just too much for me to be able to like throw in there and then do my makeup at the same time and in a small screen that I'm coming up to my face. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Maybe I'll just watching me, you can see what I'm doing. You don't really have to hear the nonsense coming out of my mouth, or maybe I'll add some captioning. Maybe I'll do circa 1980 and put a little bubble up here. I don't know. So we'll see. What I start with is I'm the kind of person that once I put my makeup on, I'm not going to touch it again. I'm usually not going to do a touch-up later in the day. It's just not my thing. I might put some lipstick on, but again, I might not. So I want to do what I do now to have some staying power. So I usually start off with a primer. Right now I'm using this one. It's Smashbox. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm just going to put that all over my clean face. My hands are clean too, FYI. Just to give it some staying power for whatever I'm going to be putting on my face. And so just a thin amount. Now, usually I just will wear powder, you know, with a brush, not even with a sponge, because I don't really like a thick looking makeup. But sometimes I notice like I have like red around my nose, or maybe I have some blemishes, and so I might put some foundation on as well. Or even if I'm going out, I might do a whole thing with concealer and foundation. But again, I really like to keep a more fresh face because I don't like that look of just like so much makeup on. Because even if you do great blending, you still can tell that you've got a lot of makeup on. So, and also I have freckles on my nose. And if I do a really thick cover, it just looks like I have bad pigmentation instead of realizing that I have freckles on my nose. So I just try to keep a light look. So usually my go-to is MAC Studio Fix, which again, I'm not a makeup artist. I think it's a mixture of like a foundation and powder. It's like a combo thing. And it's got really good coverage. You can do a light coverage with a brush, or you can do, you know, full-on coverage with a sponge. So I usually do the brush. But for today, I think I see a little bit of pink right here, like red. So I'm gonna use a little bit of foundation before I start. And I use Clinique. This one's the Acne Solutions, because my skin can be really sensitive and I don't wanna cover up a blemish and then get more blemishes because I covered it up with something that's gonna irritate my skin. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger that is still clean because I, you know, wash my hands right before I do my makeup. And I'm just gonna dot it where I think I need it. Now, I know a lot of people love to put concealer and stuff under their eyes. I'm gonna use a kind of a damp sponge to blend these in. But I don't generally do this, and this is why. Put concealer and stuff under my eyes. Because at 45, I am definitely getting some little fine lines, you know, for sure. And I don't wanna have that battle with those fine lines. Like, I can take the time, you know, to put concealer on and all that stuff, but it's like a struggle to not have it want to seep into those lines. So I just don't want to fight that fight. So if I don't feel like I need to do it, and on a regular, I'm not going to do it, just leave your under eye alone. You're going to put powder there, and that's gonna be good enough coverage anyway. But unless you have some major black circles and stuff that you need to take care of, don't fight that every day, trying to get that concealer under your eyes and blend it in and then get the powder on and then do the baking. Like, just leave it alone, you know? It's just, make your life easier. Just don't do it. I mean, it can be done, but I'm beating a dead horse. And that's such an ugly saying. Okay, so I was kind of on the fence if I wanted to do my Lancome, and I really love it. It's loose powder. This color's a little bit too light right now for me, but my MAC Studio Fix is a little bit dark, so I'm kind of on the fence what I want to do. So I think what I'm going to do, let's try this one out and see how it likes me. And I don't care if the shirt gets dirty. It's not the shirt I'm wearing to work. So I'm just gonna, if it falls on here, I don't care. So that's another thing. Like when you do your makeup, like I usually wear like a robe, or I'm wearing like whatever. I'm not wearing what I'm gonna wear for the day, because first of all, if you do your hair and this is so off the point. If you do your hair and you're wearing the shirt that you're gonna wear that day, you're gonna have all this like loose hair on your shirt that you might not see. Ugh. And then if you got makeup and you spill the makeup all over, you're sloppy. So I have it like on, and I'm just gonna take it a little bit on my brush. I'm just gonna do my eyes right now so I can have a base for my eyeshadow. And I'm gonna do where I just put that foundation, just to kind of seal it in. But the rest of my face I will do after I do my eye makeup. This mirror. So let's see how this color is gonna work. Ooh, we're walking a fine line. Walking a fine line. I think this might be too light right now. Let's see. Well, I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna this mirror is like not wanting to be my friend right now. Like, hold still, dude. All right, so I'm just gonna put it on my eyes. I might just go in a little bit and put the MAC after this color and just blend the two together. So there it is. So I kind of just put it here and I put it on my eyes so I can start my eye makeup. So what I start with, now I'll tell you some of the products I really love, and I feel like I've tried so many and this is like the best that I've tried, or there's some that I'm like, eh. So this one that I absolutely love is the, and this is for my eyebrows. It's an eyebrow pencil, if I can find it. And here it is. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this one is medium brown is the color, and it's the brow definer. This really has a good consistency pencil, because I've tried some where I put it on, then I like spoolie it off, you know, with the spoolie, and it just comes off. Or I put the eyebrow color on and it looks like kind of like a cakey, not natural brown color. So this one I've tried, I can't even tell you how many I've tried, all the way from super expensive ones to drugstore ones, and this one seriously is awesome. So now, disclaimer, these eyebrows I was not born this way. I plucked the crap out of them when I was in high school, because in high school at that time, thin eyebrows were the thing. So I just kept plucking them till, guess what? They never grew back. So now I have these super thin eyebrows, and bonus, they're not even, because as a high schooler, I did it myself, and my eyebrows were already like unruly. So I was like, and now they were already not even, because your face is not exactly symmetrical. Okay, but so now my eyebrows need to be filled in, which is okay, because I feel like when you look at someone's eyes, your eyebrows are kind of like your frame to your eyes. So I like a defined frame. If you have these eyebrows, you kind of can't zoom in on someone's eyes. But if they have a nice frame around their eyes, I just like that better. I think it's more attractive. So I fill my eyebrows in, but I do not try to make them look like twins, because they're not twins. Let's just call them siblings. So they're siblings, they're gonna look similar, but they're not gonna look the same, and that's okay. So what I do is I just go ahead and follow where they're at and just try to make it good. You know, I want to fill them in a little bit more because they're so thin, and I'm not going to do it thick all the way across because it looks really good on some people and it looks stupid on me. So we don't go there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right in the middle of my eyebrow so I can give myself kind of that arch. So I'm going to brush it in. Hopefully you guys can see this. See how thin they are? Poor sad eyebrows. Whatever. I'm going to tell my daughter, my love, do not do what mommy did. Don't do that to your eyebrows, because she's got beautiful eyebrows and she's going to screw them up if she's like me. So I'm going to start right here in the middle. We're just going to, and I go back and forth from one eyebrow to the other. I don't just do one and then move over to the next, because I feel like you get a better equal balanced color I must interpret too much on them if you're going back and forth. I do it with the eyeshadow too, back and forth, mascara, back and forth, not just one done, don't do that. So, or you can, you know, do whatever you want. I'm just telling you what I do. I'm so stupid. I think it's too early in the morning, I swear. So I'm just gonna go right in the middle and give myself a little bit of an arch right where the middle of my pupil. And I'm gonna fill them in, but I'm not gonna go hey crazy because it just looks silly on me. Again, some people can do it and it looks really good on them, and it doesn't look good for me. So I'm looking at them, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit right here because it's uneven, and then I'm gonna bring that tail down. Then I'm gonna do this one, bring it down, my little tail. So some people really define right here. I can't do it. It looks not so great on me. So I'm gonna just take whatever color's on here after I brush it through and I'll put it there. So now we've got our eyebrows done. Ooh, I'm hot. I'm always hot. Now we're gonna start with our eyeshadow. Now, remember, I didn't do my makeup on purpose because I know the powder's gonna drop down. So after I've done my eyebrows, I like to do a nice base coat for my eyelids. I've tried so many times to not do this step and just be like, let's see what happens. No, it doesn't work. My eyeshadow just doesn't seem like it wants to blend well, and I'm just like, just do the step and call it a day and you're good to go. So usually, I hope you can see what color this is, but it's just a really basic neutral. It's not yellow. It might look yellow here, but it's Urban Decay, which they have really great pigmented colors, just like MAC. I'm a big fan. So ABC Gum, this is a really good color for my skin tone, which is like medium, to start my eyeshadow base. So I'm just gonna tap it in a little bit on here like this, and then tap it off because you don't want it falling all over the place. You don't need a ton. You just want to start the base of where you're going to have your eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put that all across my whole lid. And I've just found that doing this step, you know, some people put concealer and then powder and then go. Some people don't do any and then go. I just found that this is the easiest way for my eyeshadow to blend, and I like the way it looks with this on. So it's a simple step, and it just makes a world of difference for me. So there, done. So right now I'm using this Morphe, and I just use it right now because it's got a lot of purple to it. And I'm gonna use, to start my crease, a very light purple color, a matte color. Now, because my eyes are heavy eyelids, I'm going to go above where my crease is. See where my crease is? It's very low because my eyes are heavy. So I will go a little bit above just to give the illusion of having bigger eyes. That's all about my eye makeup, is just to make my eyes look bigger, and it's my focal point I want of my face because I don't love my thin lips. Let's not even get into that right now. So my eyes are what I want to focus on. So I'm gonna give myself just a illusional bigger eye by going above my crease. So I like to start that with a lighter matte color so I can guide through with my darker color. So I'm gonna go with, what color do I want right now? I'm gonna say this one. Let's try that one right there. Obviously I've used this a lot because the powder's all over the place. So I'm just gonna put, always start light and then you can build from there. So I'm just gonna start, I want most of the color in this corner, not over here. So I'm gonna start the deposit right here, kind of just blend it in a little bit, and then go across. This mirror just doesn't want to be my friend because I want to show you, but at the same time, I kind of need to see what I'm doing. So that's, and I'm just gonna do just a little bit, just to give it some dimension. Now, I'm not doing my lid because, is that still the lid? I'm not doing right here. Whatever lacking word I have right now for some reason. Not here. Go up here. I literally can't even think of the word right now. It's just kind of scary. And then I'm going to do this one too. See, back and forth, not just this eye. Keep going back and forth. So that's just good. Just one thin, like just simple. There we are. We could leave it just like that if we wanted, or we could go in with a darker color to be more dramatic. Sometimes if I'm running out of time, this is all I got. This is it for the day. But I got a little bit more time right now, so I'm going to show you just a little bit more of a color I'm going to put on. So I'm going to put on another matte color, and I'm going to do that one right there. Start off light, then go dark. You don't want to go crazy at the beginning, and this is a dark color, so I'm going to tap it out. Then I'm just going to start in this little corner right here of my eye, because that's where I want most of the color deposited on, like a bank, and then I'm going to swoop it in. And because this is a nice rich color, I don't need to do layer after layer after layer. I mean, when you get good product that has nice pigment, you don't have to worry about that. Do like an eyeshadow that has any kind of sparkle to it or iridescent. I want to get my brush wet first because it really brings out that iridescent color. So I'm going to take this one, spray it on here a little bit, and I'm going to go with, you know what, first let me do this light color first. I'm going to do right where my eyebrow is, just that brow bone that I don't really have, but that's where it should be. Just to give, again, your eyes the dimension that they should have. Just makes them more like pow, you know? So this is Urban Decay, and this is like a shimmery color, almost same to the base I put on, but with an iridescent color. I think this is fun sometimes. I'm just gonna put it right here too, just where my tear duct is, just to give it a little, so because my eyes are so small, I try to like bring it out any way I can. So bring some color over here, bring some color over there, maybe they're gonna look bigger. So here we go, just put a little bit here and a little bit there, just cause. There we go. So then I'm going to do the same brush, and I'm going to put a lighter color on the lid right here. Don't go past your line. For some reason, I don't know my language right now. Like, I don't even know what words I'm supposed to be saying. But, so I'm going to use, what color do I want to use? I think I'm going to use probably this one, because I've used it a million times. And it's, again, it's got a really good shimmer to it. And I'm just going to go where that light is, and I'm not going to go past the line. Even though I faked where my crease is, I'm just going to go to where my real crease is. Don't go past your real crease, because then it just looks sloppy. And then I'm going to spray and do it again. Now I've got to warn you, I love me some mascara. I put on so many layers of mascara. I just love it. And I wish that I could figure out how to do fake eyelashes, because I might wear them every day of my life, but I couldn't figure them out. except for, and I might show this to you if you want to see it, I have tried so many different kind of eyelashes, like with the glue, they make my eyes itch. Then I tried the magnetic ones when there's two and you clip them together, couldn't get it to work. Now, the new one I've tried is the magnetic eyeliner with the magnetic eyelash. Stop the press. I've only done it once, really, to just like test it out. It really is amazing. It really does. They really do work. They're just so cool. But I just can't see myself wearing fake eyelashes every day while I'm at work and stuff. It's just not who I am. But my point of all this is that I love a thick eyelash. And so I just happen to wear a lot of mascara. I will use a different kind of mascara, like a few different kinds, because they all have different benefits to them. So my two favorite right now is this Too Faced Better Than Sex. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's what it's called. And then L'Oreal, Tried and True. And so I'm gonna use those, and I actually might come in with this one, which is Urban Decay Perversion. So what I do is I'm gonna put a layer of mascara on, then I'm gonna do something on my face, go back to the mascara, do something more on my face, because I want a lot of layers of mascara. Now, again, this is just my thing, because I like to have that wide-eyed look because my eyes tend to be heavy. But you can either go with me with all these layers or stop at one. So I'm gonna start with this one, the Better Than Sex. Let's get back to the mascara. Just doing a thin layer of this one first. I can tell I got a tester of it because I am like, I don't know if I want to like you. And so I got a tester and I was like, oh my gosh, we can totally be friends. I will get a full version of you next time because I'm a big fan, because you never know. And when they give you the tester option, I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like the tester option at Ulta instead of the whole real thing. I want to test it out first. Take a test drive. And I was really happy with it. So there's my first layer. And then I'm going to go in with my voluminous. I'm so bad at saying that. And this one, it gets a lot on the brush. I'm a big fan of the curled brush like this because I don't like to use a eyelash curler, but I need to wipe it off a lot because it's too much on there. So I'm gonna go in and I blink my eyelashes instead of swipe them. I have really shaky hands naturally, so I can really screw things up with the shakiness. So I decide instead I can go ahead and blink and let my eyelashes do the work instead of my shaky hands. So when that's drying for the first layer, I'm gonna put my face powder on. Now I've decided I'm just gonna go with my MAC color and just, now I'm gonna put it all over because I know that my eyeshadow fell down a little bit. So I'm gonna put a little there, get it off my face. Again, I'm barely gonna touch my nose because I just don't want it to look so covered that people aren't sure, are those freckles? Does she have old lady skin? Like what's going on there? So just a good layer there. Okay, then I know I'm gonna do another layer of mascara. I need to give my face a little bit of dimension, just like my eyeshadows. And I'm just gonna I'm not gonna go like full on contour at all. We don't have time for that in the morning when we're getting ready for work. But I am gonna put some on there, just in the hollows and along here, because gravity has not become my friend. And I'm starting to like, ugh. And so, although I don't want any kind of face surgery, lips, blah, 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 whatever, I would contemplate that. So anyway, I'm gonna use this one and I'm just gonna go and hollows my cheeks and give my skin some dimension it might be lacking. And I'm just gonna barely, we're not doing a bake, we're not doing anything besides just throwing in a little bit of contour. Just a little up there, just to give it a little something, something. And then I'm just gonna go to hide this that I'm getting in my elder age. I'm just going to go along this line here. Bring it down. And then I'm going to go along this line and bring it down. Just to give it that subtle effect. Then I can't find my other brush, so I'm just going to use this. And I'm going to use this champagne kind of color. I'm going to put it right here on the bones, right at the top, just to give it another layer of, I'm going to put it on the tip of my nose and a little bit right at my lips. Now, so this color I got is called California, and it's from Benefit. So I wasn't sure, so I got a tester color, but I actually really do like this color a lot. It's subtle, it's not too pink, it's not too peach. It's just a really pretty apple of your cheek kind of gal. Put it on when you smile so you can see where you're going. Such a dork. So there we go. So that's it for that. And then I'm going to put, I'm going to show you a little trick I do with my eyeliner. Now I love a smoky eye, I love eyeliner, but during the week I don't want to mess with like having a perfect line. So I'm going to take one that is like a pen, you know, like a felt pen. And I'm just going to do the outside just to make my eyes look even bigger and the illusion of them being bigger. So I'm just going to do the outside and do a little fan out version. I did not say virgin, I said version. So it's just going with where my mascara is. And I'm going to do this side too. And you really can't even tell that I didn't do my whole eye with this perfect line. I just did the very corner just to give that illusion of it coming out a little bit more so that your eyes look just that much bigger. I can't see if you can see that. Last is our lips. So I'm going to take a very neutral kind of lip liner. I think this one's called Natural. It is what it is. So I just put this neutral all around my lips. And then I usually have this one lipstick and it's not here, but so I'm just going to accept that and move on. And I was going to put like a neutral color, but I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia. And this is a really pretty color I put on all the time on top of everything. And it's called Venus. And it's just got such a pretty shine to it. So see how pretty that is? Wow. I usually put a different color on here, like I said. But I'm just, oh, see, I got the mascara there. But I'm just going to put this on and call it a day because I got to get to work. Let's wipe that off a little bit because no one wants to leave that there. And we are good to go. Promise. So anyway, this is what we have. This is just like my regular. I hope it worked out on this video. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope that this was fun for you. It was fun for me. My first time doing makeup on camera and trying to figure it all out. So thank you. Love you much. I'll see you next time.